Hello everyone, welcome back to the kitchen again. And today we are going to have something very exciting. Not something which is known among a lot of people, very specific to certain areas in Maharashtra. Uh, we're going to call it cashew nut masala. The most peculiar part is these are not your dried and roasted cashew nuts. These are wet cashew nuts. So literally from the fruit, and these are the main ingredients of this dish. So I will now hand it over to the chef to tell us more about it.
So I generally get mine from Ratnagiri, and you have to soak them overnight in water. And this is how they turn out. And you have to peel it so that, okay, and then split it into two like this and leave them. You want to run them past the other ingredients, Amit?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay, so what you need, very minimal ingredients for this dish. Just takes a little long time to cook because cashew nuts have to be cooked on low flame until they turn soft and melt in your mouth. So finely chopped onions, I've taken about two. You can take 2 to 3, and these are sliced onions for the coconut paste that we will make separately. And you should have dry coconut. It can either be in this form or in the desiccated form. Okay, anything works. And you need a garlic petal as well to go. Then the spice mixes, about half a teaspoon. I've taken this spoon size, right? So half a teaspoon of turmeric, about 1.5 teaspoons about red chili powder. This is the main one. This is what we Maharashtrians call kala masala. Essentially, it's a mix of red chilies, dry red chilies with the dry garam masala spices such as cloves, black pepper, cardamom, and cinnamon. And this is readily available in most markets now. And the garam masala powder. Okay, so this is all that goes in, and of course salt to taste. So what we first gonna do is we're gonna heat the oil in a vessel,
In a kind of a
saucepan, yeah. And once the oil is well heated, we will add these finely chopped onions to the oil because they need to turn nice brown in color, and we have to wait till the onions start oozing out the oil. So just give it about a minute. Let me just taste if the oil is warm enough. Yes, it is. So let me just lower the flame a bit.
The sizzling noise of the onions. Most of the Indian curries or masala dishes will always have this as a base, with onions to be made slightly brown, pink, or a slightly darker shade depending upon what color of the gravy finally you wish to achieve.
I always add a little salt to the onions because it helps the onions become brown faster. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to leave it on medium flame. It'll take some time, and I'm going to put the lid on so that the process speeds up. Okay, we'll get back after 10-15 minutes after the onions are
Sure, and we are back again to carry out some more stuff related to the cashew nut masala, Olya Kaazuchi, Bhaaji or Olya Kaazucha masala. The chef?
Yeah, so this is the coconut and onion paste that most Maharashtrians use it in most of the non-veg curries and also their vegetable curries for especially which relates to pulses. So this is a standard one. You can use it in any of them. What you do is I've sliced some garlic and the sliced onions, and I will dry roast it. So we'll just wait till they start to show a tinge of brown on the edges. So this will take about 5-10 minutes as well. Sorry, we're working off a hot plate and it takes time than normal gas. And leave it on medium flame for the onions to turn slightly brown on the edge.
One of the interesting, I won't call it an anecdote, but what you could speak about Ratnagiri, a place which the chef mentioned. Ratnagiri is a small place in, not exactly small, but a good place in Maharashtra, along the coastal sides. And it's mostly known for its fish, seafood and stuff. But the thing is, even with the amount of cashew nuts growing there, this dish finds a special place in the entire recipes, in the entire cuisine of theirs, and is relished very much, in fact at times to the extent that it could even replace a non-vegetarian dish.
If you want to make it non-vegetarian, as the dish cooks and the cashew nuts are about 3/4 cooked, you can actually add boiled eggs, or in Marathi we say सोडून अंड्याचा कालवण करतो. So you can also do the same with the eggs. So either boiled or just break them into the curry, and that also gives a very lovely, it is absolutely delicious.
Okay, so we'll wait for this to roast and turn brown for some time and come back again. The onion is almost nearly done. That's how brown you want it to be.
Very light brown, slight tinge on the sides, and it's almost like semi-cooked. Now we'll set it aside to cool in a bowl. And now we need to roast the dry coconut. Be careful not to burn the coconut.
So using both?
Yeah, I'm mixing it today, but I just gave both the options in case people don't get desiccated. And so in India, you'll mainly find dry coconut in this form, right? Not the desiccated. So the pan is well hot, so it'll turn brown. So be sure you don't burn the coconut. It should be the right shade of brown. So the desiccated coconut is easier because it turns brown faster. So give it about 5 minutes and you should be done with it.
And that is how brown you need to get the dry coconut to be. At the same time, you still have the onions. It's
almost done. I think I'll give it about 2-3 minutes. It should be almost done now. There's still slightly white in some areas. It should be done in about.
We have got the roasted, dried, desiccated coconut and the roasted sliced onions together. We will now prepare for actually making a paste out of it. The onions are nearly done, and we'll now have the other ingredients we'll put in.
So turmeric, half a teaspoon, then and a half teaspoon of chili powder, two to 3 teaspoon of masala, half a teaspoon garam masala, half a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon, and salt to taste.
The beauty of following the entire process is that you can actually smell the ingredients at every single stage.
It's not spicy, it's just the color is because I've used Kashmiri chili powder. That's why the color is looking so red. You can make it spicy though. It's up to you. So I've sauteed the masala for a bit. And now I will add the cashew nuts.
In go the cashew nuts.
Have patience with this dish. Don't rush it. Don't put it on high flame. Let it cook on slow, medium flame. It's very important. You don't want to burn the masala. You don't want to burn the cashew nuts. You don't want to lose their taste. And when you're using the spoon, do it with very lightly. Otherwise, the cashew nuts are likely to break as they start cooking. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of water. Always add hot water to any dish. And you can continue to add water depending upon how thick or how liquid you want your gravy. So for the time being, I'm going to keep it this level of thickness or liquid. And I'm going to keep it on low flame or medium flame and close the lid.
And the most essential part in any Indian kitchen, the mixer. Trust me, people go to the extent of even choosing the right brand of mixer to get the fine quality of masalas. Okay. So once now the roasted mixture is going into the mixer.
You have to let it cool down. So I've let it cool down for about 10 minutes. And I'm going to add it to the mixer, and it should not be very liquid, so you have to add water in small quantities so that you get the right amount of thickness and softness in the paste. Okay, so very little, and I'll keep checking the softness and the thickness, and according to that.
How fine but still not too wet a paste you need to get. Once that is ready, you also have your cashew nuts cooking here already. You have added a little bit of water still for letting it cook on its own. And now we'll proceed to add the two.
So once you see the color is right, your cashew nuts are cooking. It depends how thick you want to make your gravy, right? So I will add.
So that, my friends, is how the final product will look like. The Olya Kaazuchi Bhaaji or cashew nut masala, as it is more popularly known among the non-Maharashtrians. So it is garnished with a little bit of coriander, and you could either have it with your roti, a paratha, but most of the people along the coastal side will prefer it with just plain white steamed rice. So go ahead, enjoy it, leave your comments, and let us know how it turns out. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. See you soon.